Hello and welcome to the single staff part of the course. First of all, we're going to start with a very basic front hand spin, and then from there we will progress to more intermediate tricks and then advanced tricks. But first, we have to know how the staff is going to move. So I'm also going to introduce you to wall plane and wheel plane. So the plane now that I'm talking to you in, we would call wall plane. And we've already gone through this in the coordination exercises. So if you haven't done those yet, I highly recommend doing the coordination exercises because that is going to really help you progress fast with the single staff. So right now, wall plane would be in this two-dimensional plane that is operating here. Both my feet are facing forwards, usually, and I would be moving like this. So this is a wall plane, front spin. And if I was to turn it on its side, or turn my feet on its side, this would be wheel plane. So you can imagine I'm standing inside a giant wheel, kind of like a hamster wheel. And if I was to be spinning in the facing direction, I would be using my hands to the side now. So doing the same spin to the side. And ideally what we'd be doing is we'd be facing this direction because we like to keep the pattern flat. So if you could imagine the camera that I'm looking at now is the audience. Every time you do a pattern, you want the pattern to be flat. So you're creating this two-dimensional shape. So for the audience, it's much more enjoyable than, for example, me spinning towards the audience like this. You can't really see the fire, for example, so well. So even if I'm here or here, the staff stays spinning in this direction. That way, if you're moving through a space, it's always in this flat plane, so it's more pleasing to look at for the eye. So anyway, what we're going to do is first start with our right hand on top. So I have a center point in the middle of my staff here. It's always nice to do that. If you have a piece of white tape, you can put that into the center of your staff. And I'm going to be grabbing just to the right hand side of that center point. And I'm going to rotate the staff to the right, to the point where my palm is now facing up. My left hand is going to come underneath, grab the staff, and then turn, and then grab. So right hand goes over until you can't turn the wrist anymore. Left hand comes underneath, grabs it, and continues turning. My right hand comes then over the top, and continue. So it's going to look like this. And of course, if my dominant hand is my right hand, so I naturally wanted to start spinning to the right. Practice both sides because you're going to need it to change directions in the future. So again, I practice now with my left hand on the left side of the center point, and it's going to be turning to the left. So it comes over. Again, when my palm is facing up, my right hand comes underneath, catches it, and continues the movement. Beautiful. So again, this is now in wall plane. So I'm facing towards the audience, the camera, you. Or I can turn it on wheel plane. And again, you can see how it's just my body that's shifting. The staff stays in the same position. And now I'm here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. So if I'm turning it on this side, again, with the left hand. Beautiful. So give this a go. It's a very basic move at first. It might take you a little bit to get the hang of, but once you do, it will just click and you'll start flowing. I recommend starting really slow at first because then you can speed up a lot faster. So yeah, have fun with this and I'll see you on the next tutorial.